guys and gals, me Mudahar. Today we got to talk about gimmick accounts. You ever follow social media services and you know that one account that just posts one specific type of meme over and over again and it just shows up in your feed irregardless? Yeah, that's what we're talking about today.
He's not loading on my chat arena.
Account. We're talking about Pilgrim. Now, you might have maybe opened up your notifications and come across the texts. Here's what you would look like if you were black or Chinese. Yeah, if you haven't already guessed it, Pilgrim's gimmick is taking selfies from average individual people and just effectively converting their races to either black or Chinese.
How does he do it though?
Now,
is it like an app, or is he just going into Photoshop and just like doing it, like spending time on that?
Before we begin, some people will absolutely interpret this as digital blackfacing. And don't get me wrong, there were a lot of actual social media services like FaceApp that got into huge trouble when it started to
some
add
AI
filters.
plugin, yeah.
Hey, you want to look Indian? You want to look Chinese? You want to look white, black, any race in between? You can access it with a simple AI. Yeah, of course they got absolutely bullied on the internet. And obviously for a site like Twitter, where it is absolutely a hellscape of opinions and wild shit these days.
I think they're the necessary evil. Because Twitter is so like on their opinion about this and that. I think there needs to be sometimes a necessary evil. This is what Elon wants. He wants there to be clash between every single form of ideal and thought process. So you need to have this necessary evil to sort of like blend things and make it a bit more toward the norm, so everything is sort of just getting close, pushing each other to just be like on the same laneway. I can't fucking speak.
Pilgrim stands as a lone individual willing to
as a balls love, those filters change me either to Tibetan monk or a black Tyrone stock model. They suck though. His pictures actually are not that bad.
For Twitter impressions.
So he must be using something wild.
Take anybody's selfies, with or without consent, big or small, public or private figure, and turn them into different races. So I wanted to go over a few of this person's memes. Obviously, for a gimmick account, they didn't start off just doing this. They were randomly posting garbage anyways for the most part, okay? Just standard memes. Until one day they hit it big. Now, I want to start off by saying around November, Pilgrim was posting just memes on the internet, random stuff. Me watching 5 people, haha, react to someone making fun of me in a group chat. We're bringing up WhatsApp memes from Indian families, ladies and gentlemen, because I know exactly what the WhatsApp memes are like. Pilgrim had effectively, in the course of a month after, had cracked what appeared to be the internet equivalent for the recipe of gold, where he started to basically take people's selfies and effectively convert them. Okay, usually white people into different races. That's just how it kind of went. Are you a U.S. congressman? Here's Jared Moskowitz just having a nice photograph.
Wait, these kind of look bad
here, okay? Well, all Pilgrim does is grab this photo and convert them either to black or Chinese.
Oh God.
You know, I'm not gonna feel too bad. Stephen Hawking was allegedly doing some bad things on Epstein's island. We saw a photo of him on one of the islands. Okay, so again,
what did he was just there and hanging out, or did he do something bad?
Digitally race.
What the hell is he gonna do?
Black or Chinese. Now I have to imagine
he can't even move his he can only move his finger. What the hell is he gonna do?
Gimmick account where most of their gimmick is actually done entirely on their cell phone anyways. I have to imagine he's using like FaceApp or some old build of an AI tool and just swapping races around. Maybe he could be using something like Gradient app, which does something known as AI face. Find out how you would look like if you were born on a different a different continent. Well, that's a cute way of saying different race, I guess. But I mean, hey, it's a different continent, okay? Different continents like Brazil, Asia, or India. Don't use this application. They will try to get you to pay for even the tiniest thing imaginable. My wife would have been 95 this week. I mean, this is such a wholesome photograph of an individual who probably, you know, was from the war, and you can see that they had this photo in their breast pockets with shrapnel holes. That didn't stop Pilgrim from just taking this image and
bro, he has no chills.
So even if you passed away a long time ago and had no concept of artificial intelligence and meme culture in the future, this man wasn't letting you go. Are you a famous actor like Jeremy Allen White? Wasn't this like the really buff dude that was in that chef movie? Yeah, he's not immune. They either race swapped him into a black person or an Asian person, or Chinese specifically, as Pilgrim says. Now, I want to say that this one probably is the better conversion that I've seen. Like, he's actually matching skin tones, everything, so this isn't poorly done. But obviously, you can see that some people probably don't take too kindly to any of this. Are you a world leader like Javier Milei? Well, instead of just being a world leader in Argentina...
Oh my god. Okay. Now he's getting into something, Jesus. Oh my god.
He's race swapped him into a black person, or Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, there's obviously accounts that try to bait this person out too. But we're not going to get into it just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that got mad over this to a point actually ended up showcasing and doxing this individual's home. For instance, this one account, Inani80 whatever the hell, hey, should I use your real name? They all blanked it out. You live in this house, and this is your true face.
Oh my
so
god.
So got to a point, like I said at the beginning of this, that obviously a meme like this can, for some people, appear to be something that is relatively harmless. But obviously, some people can see this as...
Yes, that is taking it a little bit too far if you start like doxing them and showing photos of them. That is nuts. Like, it's just a gimmick account. They're just dumb. It's just stupid.
Digital racism, digital blackface, digital race swapping.
Oh,
and what's occurred
Lord.
over there is obviously some people didn't take too kindly and started doxing his address. Obviously, I'm blurring every single thing because I'm not contributing to this person being doxed. I wouldn't do it on my channel, and that's not okay. What was actually this account's response to that entire situation? He took the image and digitally race swapped it as well, saying, here's what I would look like if I was black or Chinese.
Oh god, this guy's based. Holy shit.
That happened like a week ago. This account existed, did this meme for a month, then they got doxxed, and even after they got doxxed, as of 35 minutes ago, they're still actually going and posting, here's what you would look like if you were black or Chinese. It's got to a point where on Twitter, this man's image is basically used like the bat signal anytime somebody posts a selfie. So
oh
again,
my, that is terrifying.
Exactly how this person was
He's coming out.
And it led me down
He's getting out of the gulag. He's gonna take your selfies.
Web UI interface, I was able to actually install Stable Diffusion right on to my actual Linux system. Now, I don't imagine that Pilgrim puts this much effort into the situation, but AI's gotten so insane that you can, in fact, digitally switch up your race, characteristics, all with an actual standard, prompt. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen...
It is not that it's hard to set up, but it's really easy to use. Like, that's the thing. So... if he set it up, he can just do this whenever he wants. It's not that hard for him.
Setting this up, at least on my Linux system, took literally minutes, okay? I ran one script, immediately provisioned, and created a local interface. So you can see right here, 127.
It's not even hard to set up anymore. Is it not? Have they made it way easier? Like, when I tried it out, this is a long time ago, I was testing it out to see how it works. Because whenever... so here's the thing with me. Whenever I see new technology that is mind-blowing, this is, by the way, why I'm a VTuber. I thought tracking with a 2D avatar and stuff like that, I thought it's mind-blowing, super cool. I loved it. And that's why I wanted to be VTuber. But anyways, off the rail. Whenever I see technology that is like new and super cool, and it's either just very interesting how it works, even if it's bad or good, it's always interesting to just see how it works and see how it functions. So things like these just attracts me to test it out and see how it works, because it's a good thing to know kinda what to do.
That is, of course, my local Stable Diffusion model. Now, by going
what I'm saying, and not what to do. It's a good thing to know kind of how these things function, so you have that knowledge.
Image to image, you can drop in any image that you have. Here's one of me, ladies and gentlemen. And by basically messing around with some of the actual, refining settings, like making the CFG scale around 7 and the denoising strength around 21, you too can change up aspects of your face. So for instance, if I wanted to make myself look like an African-American person, I can insert black person right here, hit generate, and whoa, look at that. It made me look like a African-American person, a black person.
There you go.
And of course, if you keep generating around, it'll try doing its
Wide
best. That's just
Muda.
how AI has gotten. With gigabytes and gigabytes of reference information on numerous different types of human physiological components and features, it's obviously doing its best to convert me on the fly. Heck, even if I go and type in Indian person, like so, you can see that it tries to convert me to a person of my own. Now, of course, with things like denoising strength, this allows the AI to basically have their choice against how much they want to have freedom to cover this specific prompt. So if I slap that all the way to 1 and I gave it basically the prompt to make an Indian person, it would literally do whatever it could. It would actually swap not just my, well, I mean, technically my race isn't swapped, but it would actually switch out my entire gender as well. Here it makes me look like an Indian woman. But of course, killing the denoising back down to 0.20
there you go,
makes it
Muda.
a little bit more accurate to reality. Now switching me to a white person, that actually did, wow, that actually don't look half bad there. Here you can see that it's converted me to what it believes to be a white Caucasian person. And then of course, like Pilgrim's second race that he doesn't choose to go across, you can go Chinese person and hit generate. And as you can see right over here, it's converting my face into what it believes to be Chinese facial features. I wonder what it'll do. I wonder if there's any key differences if I do North Korean person. Here, let's generate that. Whoa, look at that. It's matching me with the North Korean feature set there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Pilgrim has cracked what appears to be the impression code on the hellscape known as Twitter. And it's one of those situations where I keep constantly seeing it every single day on my platform. So again,
oh, really?
It's all just artificial intelligence kerfuffle that basically has people constantly converting themselves. So if you ever wonder how this person basically takes any viral image, they just slap this shit right into Stable Diffusion. I mean, I'm putting more effort into it, I would personally say, and that's all it comes down to. But yeah, this might actually be like one of the biggest memes, honestly, of January, maybe even December. Pilgrim and his quest to take any selfie, quote tweet it, and convert races. I wanted to talk about it because I literally could not stop seeing this every single day on my feed. And to be honest with you, I even started seeing it on YouTube as well too. So hopefully this gets the bug out of my system and I can move on to other things in my life. That being said, ladies and gentlemen,
perfect, good ass video. I mean, I have 2 Twitter accounts. One account was the account I used for ages, and that one has shown me his retweets. I've seen him from that, and I think I saw him in December. It's been a while. But my other account, the main account I use now, is kind of new. It's kind of, I made it in summer, and it's related only to VTubers and Twitch. I don't see thankfully, my feed don't show nearly anything other than VTuber stuff, and that is perfect for me. And it's great. So I don't really see all of these retweets and spams and stuff like that. So I don't see them that often. And the only time I'm logged into my first account, my old account basically, is when I'm checking my phone, when I'm scrolling through my phone. So it's not that often because I barely am on Twitter. But yeah, dude, does he? How many handheld console does this man have? Wow. God damn. Nice. Anyways.